everybody's very excited about the Menendez brothers update.
Who?
Got a lot of DMs about it. I'm gonna hijack the show, though. In the beginning, we're gonna talk about some UFOs.
Hell yeah!
We always talk about like the leaks, or not leaks, but like when things drop online and there's like a bunch of declassified documents and stuff, and it's always like, oh yeah, there's some interesting stuff here and there, and it's really never anything. This time there was a bunch. There's like fucking 10,000 documents that were released by the that made it into the National Archives.
You were sending me this stuff like 11:30 last night.
Yeah,
I was well asleep.
I know. That's why we went to a private text, or a separate text. I was like,
the talk didn't stop.
yeah, it didn't stop. I was just like, oh, we don't need to bother him with it. But then I also started asking him questions about like backing lights, stuff that was not relevant to anything you gave a shit about. You had to be up in 3 hours. So
That's true.
There's a lot of documents. The majority of the documents are typewritten ones, reports and stuff. They're really hard to read in those types of things.
What's the time range on this stuff?
1948 to 1968.
Did it just clear some time that made him declassified though?
Yeah, something.
Jimmy Carter's following up on his promises. He just signed off on this.
The coolest thing about this one, because I honestly have not gone through many of the documents that you have to read. That stuff is so hard to read. But there's 3 separate file units for pictures. Thousands of pictures, like fucking 4,000 pictures. But the cool thing about these is they don't have any context with them. There's no description to go along with them. Sometimes there's like handwritten notes on them. There are some of the pictures that are still redacted. Like, for example, there's interesting ones that are obvious that it's an investigation of a landing site or a claimed landing site, because there's pictures of the grass and people looking. And then there will be pictures of burnt grass versus grass from another spot and stuff. But then sometimes those pictures have another sheet of paper placed over, like half the picture maybe. So there's still something being blocked out of some of
like
those
an
pictures.
alien corpse, perhaps.
Who knows what's behind it? But there's
Hashtag redacted.
Yeah, a lot of that. But yeah, there's really cool pictures in here. So like the only context you get with them is like this one, for example, file 43, July 7th, 1947. Sorry, it goes back to 47. Lakeland, Florida, 1 photo. You hit next. And it's just a picture of like a kite looking thing. There's a lot of hoax stuff in here too, like them proving hoaxes. And it's just a cover sheet. And then you keep going through, and there's just some really cool fucking pictures in here. But the other ones that are really cool, there's pictures of materials, like one I sent in the thread looked like a screw or something, possibly.
Someone I thought looked like a microphone.
Yeah. No context with it. So what are we looking at? Is that a piece of a UFO? Like, why is that thing?
It makes it very
here?
difficult to even like believe any of it when it's just a random photo.
So do you know if the pictures are investigator photos, or are they just civilian photos that people took and submitted as evidence, or all the above?
It's like Project Blue Book type stuff, like what they've gathered over the years.
So it could be from anywhere.
There's ones, I'm going to scroll through till I find one. There's like a whole separate type of picture in here. Like this one's interesting. It's showing them like a bunch of metal pieces of stuff, but like there's a metal bar of some sort. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
And there's no context. You don't know why it's in there.
But it's a picture of that in a thing about UFOs.
It's like brass knuckles to me.
Yeah.
So, but I'll find one eventually here.
Is this a sort of scenario where they flood with a bunch of releases with no context associated, and by doing so they're burying some legitimate evidence way in there and hoping you don't come across it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Link it to specific events.
Like there's never been a UFO dump like this with these pictures. This is like the most excited I've ever been about something.
You were like, this came out of nowhere.
I just saw it. I just started seeing threads on Reddit about it.
But like, I mean, usually you're kind of giving us a heads up, like, oh, there's supposed to be a dump. And then like last night at like 10:30, you were like, holy fuck, like I just got 10,000 pages of shit.
Logistically, though, how does this work? What does this look like? What agency dumps all this, and where do they dump it to? And
The IRS. Obviously. That's not true.
It's in the archives.gov.
do you know what agency dumps it, or you don't even get that information?
I don't think you even get. I don't see that.
Does that mean it's the CIA?
But there's these other pictures in here that are
Possibly or the NSA.
maybe.
Collaboration, perhaps.
There's these other pictures that are labeled Foreign Technology Division, AFSC. There's a lot of those within.
AFFC.
Yeah. There's a lot of those in here.
So there's no accompanying press release or no context whatsoever. Someone just drops it into the archives.gov.
Records of investigations of unidentified flying objects relating to the Office of Special Investigations, 1948 to 1968.
And that was under the umbrella of the Air Force, right?
Yeah, so that's what this is. Like if you, when you go in to look at it, these are all Air Force Base files. So Boiling Air Force Base, right? Patterson Air Force Base.
Yeah.
It goes down from what it looks like. Every Air Force base in the country, files from each one.
Oh.
And then there's the pictures that go along with what the Air Force was investigating. So like that piece of metal that I showed you guys, that picture, like why did the Air Force take that picture?
Yeah.
Why is it in a thing about UFOs?
Right.
Is it some like fucking hillbilly built something and they just took a picture of it? Or is it something actually cool?
I found me an alien landed in my house last night.
So I sent Mike a picture of one last night. It freaked me out for a second, but then
Was it the UFO one over the trees?
No, the body.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. That one had a paper mache Ed Walters feel to it.
No, I don't think this wasn't. Did you
The
send
one
this
over
today?
the trees.
No, this was in our thread.
Yeah.
So I stumbled upon this one last night. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
That looks like a dead shaved like jaguar or something.
So I forgot to tell you, I skipped past the cover sheet for that last night, and it was it's a hoax. Someone shaved a monkey and
Which
tried
is
to.
exactly
that's
when
what he
Ian
said.
sent it to me. I was like, "That looks like a dead shaved monkey or chimpanzee," and I was like, "Especially look at the feet."
God damn.
And then Ian, I think you responded back like, "Yeah, goddamn, that's exactly what it looks like," and that's what it was.
But for a
Which
split
is also
second
sad.
last night, when I'm scrolling through all these things and like that popped up, I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Because it is
thing?
creepy.
Yeah.
Richard Doty probably did.
So I looked through a ton of them. I haven't looked through all of them, but I'll post a link in the description.
Yeah,
for
let
this.
everyone take a
Hey,
look
and
and see what
let
they
us-
think.
Just be a note. Don't kill monkeys and shave them just for UFO hoaxes.
No. Yeah.
Stop that.
I mean, if the monkey's already dead and you find it, you can shave it and do a hoax, but don't execute the monkey for your personal hoaxing.
If you come across an already dead monkey, maybe fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't condone still shaving it and using it for your own personal gain, but it is what it is, I guess.
Like RFK came across, what did he come across? A dead RFK Jr., dead bear or something, and he had to dump it in Central Park. What the fuck was
It was like a bear cover.
Yeah, dead bear cub.
Can you please clarify?
with it.
Can you please clarify who you're talking about here, sir?
Not your hero, RFK. RFK Jr.
Well, that's not what you said at first.
Your
His
hero.
dopey kid.
Yeah.
He also cut a whale's head off with a chainsaw.
Yeah, that too. That's normal.
He's being investigated for that. It's fucking ridiculous.
It is interesting that people's hoaxes from way back when survive in the archives to this day.
But it's interesting because, when Project Blue Book closed, I can't remember when it started, but, we weren't supposed to care about UFOs that much.
Right.
It's enough to hold on to stuff from the 40s and have those type of reports coming in. It's interesting.
It's interesting, and this goes back to your point, Dave, that like it seems like they released a lot of nothingness randomly. And why is that? Why?
Exactly right.
That seems weird.
Like, is there one picture buried in there? Have any of did any of the MUFON nerds spend all day categorizing and going through all this today? Like, has anyone put out a summary judgment as to
Not that I'm aware
everything
of.
that's going on here? A little early, I guess. I know you wanted to talk about it, though.
Yeah.
So excited.
I was very excited. I'll be going through this all night tonight. There's just some really cool fucking pictures. Even if they're fake, like old UFO pictures are fun to look at. Like that's probably a comet or something, but it's a cool picture.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
yeah.
it's neat.
Yeah.
Just the fact that all this exists still is neat.
And that's an old picture. That's from, what's the cover she said? 1947. Tennessee, that happened in. So cool stuff. Actually, for once, there's some fucking substance to one of these releases. It's just a big dump, but kind of behind the scenes too, because we're in an election cycle. So everybody's talking about, we're 13 days away or whatever, 12.
Everyone's
No
talking
one
about
gives
what?
a fuck about this except
I
for
was
me.
gonna say, like, no one I haven't heard that on the stumps, the UFO release.
Right, like no
You
one's
mean
gonna.
like that's why they're dropping it now, like in the heart of all of this.
Right.
Just fucking put that out there.
Yeah, nobody cares about this except for.
And then in like 30 years, when someone picks up on one of these that ties back to something we discovered 30 years from now, they're like, well, we fucking released it. You didn't catch that?
That's right. That's right.
There's so much too. Like if you're somebody that knows how to, tell fake pictures from real pictures and stuff, like there's so many pictures to go through. It would take forever to figure all this out.
Maybe AI can analyze that dump.
Maybe. Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
Let's ask him about
Hey,
it.
Jeeves, what are your thoughts on that dump? Well, master, I assume we'll post a link.
Yeah, I'll post it for
they'll
sure.
find it. It's called fucking Google, people.
Find it on your own.
Yeah. We're not your Google. We're not your ass Jeeves.
We kind of are, though, no?
I fucked his wife once.
Jeeves?
Mrs. Jeeves. Yeah.
It's rude.
She's pretty tight.
So
I don't think he was getting in there much. Any hoodles. Dave, you have an update for us?
Anything else in the news this week? Yes, the Menendez boys again.
Never heard of them.
Been getting tons of messages from people saying that they're getting out of jail now. Guys, it's not that simple. It's not going to happen that quick, and there's some hurdles to go through still.
Feel like their office space using that old jump to conclusions map.
That's right. You jump to conclusions.
Let's slow your roll here, motherfuckers. There's a judicial process we have to go through.
Yes, there is. So I got a good story here from the BBC titled "What's Next for the Menendez Brothers." I think it explains it well. Eric and Lyle Menendez, two brothers convicted of murdering their parents more than 3 decades ago, are one step closer to being released from prison. The brothers are currently serving life in prison without the possibility of parole in California. The LA County District Attorney formally recommended their resentencing in a court filing, arguing for a lesser sentence for the pair. If approved, the request would make the brothers eligible for parole. While it is a significant development in a case that has gripped the nation, it is one step on what could be a long road. And not everyone is happy at the prospect of them potentially regaining their freedom. The filing includes glowing recommendations from prison officials and various programs the brothers launch behind bars that aim to help other inmates, including those who are victims of childhood trauma and disabled or elderly inmates. It also includes the educational degrees both brothers received while serving their sentences. All of this was done, the report notes, without any expectation or hope of ever being released. Oh, really? Is that right? Is that right, Eric and Lyle?
I don't like the name Lyle.
You don't like it?
No.
That's his middle name, right? I think it's his middle name.
Not my favorite.
It just goes through all their their prison records, and they were kind of good boys. They had some violations though. Got caught with a mobile phone.
Joseph Lyle.
Joseph Lyle, yeah. I thought it was his middle name.
So right now, all this means is they could be eligible for parole.
So DA recommends resentencing. So it has to go to a judge who has to approve and resentence them, making them eligible for parole. Then it has to go to a parole board who would approve them for being eligible for parole.
But this is if the judge approved that.
If the judge approves that, then it has to go to Gavin Newsom, who also can stop he can veto the parole board's recommendations, which he did not too long ago. What case were you talking about? Newsom's like, no, I'm running for higher office. He kept someone in jail.
I think it was one of the Manson.
Sirhan too.
Oh, yeah.
Is that who it was? Uh-huh. All right. I know we talked recently about. So what happens next? Friday's filing provides the basis for the district attorney's office's argument that will be made before a judge on why the brothers should be resentenced. The next step is to schedule a resentencing hearing where a judge will hear arguments for and against the change. The office of George Gascon, the Los Angeles County District Attorney, is asking they be sentenced for murder. Under California law, based on the age they were at the time of their crimes, that would make them eligible for parole immediately, the DA said at a news conference Thursday.
I think that's where people were getting confused.
That doesn't mean you're released immediately.
Right, but I saw a lot of headlines saying parole immediately. Yeah. It's like, well, that's
Are you trying to say the media misportrays the news and headlines are misleading?
I'm like, that's not... They would be eligible for parole immediately once everybody... agrees on this. Like, it's not,
but that doesn't mean they're even having a hearing.
Yeah, things don't
right
work
away
that fast.
Like it will be maybe another 3, 4, 5 years and they have a hearing even for parole.
Who knows?
I don't think it'll take that long, but it says his office says they hope to schedule the hearing sometime in the next 30 to 45 days.
I meant the actual parole hearing.
And say it's possible that Lyle and Eric may attend the proceeding. The hearing is likely to be contentious. Mr. Gascon noted that the case has divided his office and members of his staff might argue against him in court. That's uncomfortable, no?
Sounds like the movie JFK when Kevin Costner was arguing for there being more than just Oswald involved.
Yeah.
And his own staff was turning against him.
Yeah.
He had to fire some people. He had to bring some people back. Contentious district attorney's office.
I haven't seen a movie in forever.
I watched it a couple years ago. It's like 3 hours long. It's a commitment.
One. That's
Sorry.
good, though.
I didn't mean to derail. Go ahead. I mean, I guess I did mean the derail.
I think it's Oliver Stone Fantasyland, but it was interesting.
Well, of course it is. I don't think it's real, but it's a great movie.
If the hearing results in a judge approving the new sentence, attention will shift to the California Parole Board. The board will examine the case and whether the Menendez brothers are a threat to society if they are released. Even if the board approves their release, Governor Gavin Newsom could decide to halt the proceedings. So, nothing is certain at this point. And like you said, it may take a while. I think the rest of the story we already know.
The DA, when I was watching that press conference, he said that one of the things that he brought up was how, like, if a rape victim kills their abuser, more than likely that's going to end up being a manslaughter charge.
Yeah.
You know, even if you do it a year later, it's probably going to be a manslaughter charge. So by that, you know, they've already served their time well more than what they would normally serve. And he brought up how the jury on the first trial, half of them wished manslaughter was on the table because they would have found them guilty of manslaughter.
And they would have done 10 years and they would have been out 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, and in the second trial, they didn't allow any of that as a defense, which
Hardly
is
any.
Crazy. I saw a clip on the news the other day that I don't know if we talked about and I forgot or I never saw before.
We probably talked about you were drunk, pal. Oh, no, that's me.
But the district attorney rejected the idea of them being raped, saying that men can't be raped. They don't have the right equipment. And maybe we talked about that and I don't remember, but What the fuck is that? What does that mean?
That was the
That's crazy.
I don't recall that, but that's insane.
Yeah.
that was the problem with the first jury. The men on that jury refused to believe that a father would molest their sons, or that anything like that would be possible of happening.
But to say it's not possible, men can't be raped. Like what are you even saying here?
If you're the defense attorney, how do you let all those men on the jury? How are you not trying at least to get into kind of that mindset to figure out? And you can only go so far. I know, and people can say whatever to get on a jury.
You only get so many preemptive strikes.
You got to be a little bit better than that. I would assume you're going to ask a little bit more hard-hitting questions. And then at what point
correctly though?
But then at one point is it just the game's the game and that's it? You had your chance. Your attorney failed you. I'm not saying that's what I believe.
Yeah.
I'm just asking questions.
Well, I mean, they had Leslie Abramson or Eric did in that first trial, and they got a hung jury, which was pretty good for
Yeah,
They didn't allow the rape stuff in the second trial, so they didn't really have a defense.
The hung jury was the jury that didn't believe that they were raped, like
some of the guys, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you take the sexual abuse stuff out of the story, it's a really bad murder.
Yeah, exactly.
So we didn't talk about the second trial that much in our series on that because it was kind of cut and dry. But the show Monsters, it did go into the second trial a lot. It was interesting to see that. And when you go through the second trial, if you're a jury, you're like, yeah, they fucking killed their parents and they tried to cover it up and did a really bad job of it.
Yeah.
And they partied it, Lyle, majority, he was spending the most of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were definitely abused. There were pictures found of them.
Yeah.
So
abused?
Naked pictures of them when they were really young, like 6, 7. They were like hidden, their faces were cut out of them and stuff.
Yeah. Weird shit.
Yeah. So.
And how long have they been in prison?
Almost 35 years. If it was manslaughter, they would have been out like 20 years ago or whatever.
Right.
I think that sentence was in 94, but they had been sitting in jail for a couple of years at that point already, right?
When did we say the next update might be? We don't know yet at this point.
They're hoping to get it in front of a judge 30 to 45 days. So,
we'll see in 2025.
I think if the judge agrees, they'll probably fast track the parole stuff. It's not just going to sit on someone's desk.
Yeah.
It's no.
If it gets past the parole board, you think Gavin Newsom would shut it down?
No, I don't think so.
Like after getting through that many hurdles, be a pretty big dick move to shut it down.
He doesn't need that.
Yeah.
No, I think they'll get out. I think they'll be out by, let's see, what is the end of October? I think they'll be out by January, would be my guess.
Okay. So that's what it will be 2025.
Yeah.
This is going to take a few months.
First quarter, Q1 2025, I think they'll be out.
This is going to be a little while. Relatively speaking, a little while. Like people, they're not getting out tomorrow.
Yeah.
No. The only advice I have for them is that when they do get released and someone comes to pick them up from prison,
they should have an order of 5 guys ready for them to eat.
In addition to that, that's solid.
Yeah. I mean, I would want some 5 guys. Something. Maybe some hot Taco Bell.
Sure.
I'm nitpicking now.
But I just want to remind them that Eric or Lyle, whichever the two wants to sit in the front seat, don't forget to call shotgun.
Was that from the episode? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they used shotguns to shoot both their parents. Like,
I see.
Blew them away.
I thought it was like an actual shotgun joke. Sorry, Dave. I was thinking like
it was an actual shotgun joke.
I was thinking like they used to argue about the front seat of the car. This is why I don't win at trivia. I remember zilch.
I think they'll get out for sure.
Yeah.
The way the district attorney was talking, you know.
You never
Unless
know.
he's just putting his career on the line for them, you know, because he truly believes them.
He's got a re-election thing going on, and there's some political stuff at play, but yeah.
It doesn't hurt
getting
how
out.
popular that Netflix show was.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're getting out for sure. What are they going to do when they get out?
I don't know.
Go to the Knicks game or whatever they were before they got locked up. Wasn't it a Knicks game?
Oh, yeah, they're in the picture.
Lakers game.
They're in
Whatever the picture is, the famous photo.
Oh, Lakers game, yeah.
That. Yeah.
Who got all the money? Where's the money at?
Leslie Abramson's pocket. And, who's the
lot
other
of
one?
it, huh?
Jill, somebody?
Is there a trust or something? Or did someone get the will negated because of that? Did the family get all the money?
I don't know.
Well, if we're doing investigatory.
Hello, welcome to Circle K. My name is Lyle Menendez. Can I pump your gas for you tonight? You're going to have to start from ground zero.
They're both married, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do their wives do? Maybe their wives are millionaires.
Maybe.
I'm going to send them some Necronompod stickers. Maybe they can
That'll do it.
maybe they can spend their time getting acquainted with our show. We can talk to them. Maybe we get the first interview.
There's like an actual
They'll love the
thing.
bit about you mocking the bald guy. they'll be right on top of
He's
that.
bald now. It'll be all right.
If you're bald and can't take a joke, that's on you. That's a you problem.
Fuck them. Lyle, Eric, welcome to the show. How are things?
They have like real offers from like People magazine, like important shit.
We're like, hey, you pay your own way to Medina, Ohio. We'll let you sit with us. We'll give you Miller Lite on us.
We're going to put you through a metal detector, though. Declan's going to pat you down.
Don't shoot us, please. I know there's a history of.
History of violence with you twos.
What did Gypsy have to say about it? Anything?
She probably wants to marry one of them, right?
Good question. I have not
Wouldn't
seen any
that-
further advice from Gypsy on this update.
That would be the ultimate reality show. Gypsy marries one of these brothers, and they fucking just record the whole meetup and then their wedding and the build up, and they live in a house together. And it's like, who's gonna kill who first? I don't know.
I believe last week we talked about them fucking her in one way or another, like a tag teaming her or something.
Did we?
Yeah. Lyle and Eric tag team and Gypsy Rose, and their wives walk in and catch it. Eric, Lyle, I
Did
can't
we do
believe
this?
it.
Not this far into it.
Let me say this: I wouldn't
Get
put
that in detail.
I wouldn't put it past us. In my mind,
Gypsy's like, shut up, I'm about to come.
like one of them, what is it? Eric and Lyle. Eric's
and
like
Lyle.
about to like Eric marries Gypsy, and like he's about like backs her into a corner, and he's gonna like, you know, just get rid of her, and then boom, Bret Hart's music hits. Hitman husband walks in, fucking cracks Eric with a chair, saves her, fucking puts Eric in the sharpshooter. Lyle comes out from under the bed, hits him with a sledgehammer. We sign off air. Go off the TV
damn.
show. What's gonna happen next week? Tune in on E channel. I'll fucking write all this shit. This is gonna be fantastic. This will be the best thing that ever happened to America. This show,
This love triangle between
the Menendez brothers and Gypsy. Yeah.
They can like compare crime scene photos, like whose mom looks worse.
Oh man. But you gotta think the Gypsy got all of that publicity. It was offered to her. She got the TV shows. They're gonna get all that too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They've been locked up a lot longer. They weren't as young as her. They weren't as emotionally and physically stunted as her, I guess. Like they had lives.
They were as young as her. She was older.
she was
like
older.
24.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about Gypsy.
She looked
is
like she wasn't.
manipulated to be.
Okay, but I guess what I mean then, and I get that.
I didn't mean to do this again. to get a whole conversation about her.
They lived lives, though.
Yes.
She was kind of under her mom's thumb.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
So then when she finally got freedom, she's made some poor choices, I think. What are they going to do with that? Like, are they going to have a show? Are they going to do a sit-down interview with Oprah Winfrey?
Yes.
Or, all of that. Like,
100%.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yes.
And then I want to see the crossover with them and Gypsy's show. And
I have a feeling they'll do fine. Once
they'll do, like
there won't be any
financially-
craziness going on with them.
No.
They'll
They'll
do
be on parole.
Yeah, they'll do interviews and be pretty chill. Well,
Yeah.
Gypsy was on parole too. She just doesn't give a fuck.
And I'm not saying I'm not saying she's a criminal. I'm just saying she's trying to live her life in a couple years. I don't think they have to do that. They've already lived a great life. They might not be able to live the life that they want to live.
Yeah.
Whatever's financially available to them.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with that if and when they get released.
Last week was the milk controversy with with Gypsy.
What was that?
And Dave talking about her fucking huge tits. I'm so sick of this fucking lady.
I don't remember that at
You
all.
talked about how her tits are huge now because she's pregnant.
That's what happens, pal.
Yeah,
basic biology.
Just saying, why the fuck does she have to come up in every episode?
I'll try not to bring her up next time.
It's gonna happen, pal. Don't fight it. All right, anything else? Any other updates, news? No?
No, more to come. Definitely gonna be more to come. We're gonna follow this story very closely and update as needed.
Probably the UFO one too.
Yeah. Maybe I'll post some stuff in my Instagram story or
There you go.
something.
Post the ridiculous photos. Some of those ones that are just like
Just roll down.
absurd. Yeah. Because I do think it makes sense that maybe a little cushion to hide something else. Perhaps.
Also, I think that Delphi trial got underway, so maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Whoa, that would be awesome. Bye.